Valanciunas. They exchanged some words and then ended up going nose to nose as we went to break.
Stop everything. The NBA just got hit with a problem nobody saw coming.
Kevin, when Hightower takes on Ridge Point. Eat 'em up, Panthers. Let's go.
And it's 23 years old, a 6'11" phenom who can score, rebound, pass, and defend like a star 5 years his senior. You think Nikola Jokic is untouchable? Think again. From Turkey to Houston, Alperen Sengun has been rewriting the rules of what a big man can do.
Those last two steps with the Academy Sports and Outdoor Super Bowl replay and flips it in. I mean, he's almost fallen over.
He's twisting defenses, breaking ankles, and commanding the floor in ways that make even the league's best scratch their heads. Now with Kevin Durant joining forces with him, this isn't just potential, it's a game-changing threat that could shake the Western Conference to its core.
Shot clock winding down, pretty baseline move by Şengün, and he ties it off.
By the end of this video, you'll see why the NBA has a Sengun problem and why nobody is ready for what comes next. Forget everything you thought about big men matchups. Alperen Sengun just rewrote the script. In a head-to-head showdown with three-time MVP Nikola Jokic, the 23-year-old Turkish star didn't just compete, he dominated. 28 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 clutch offensive rebounds over Jokic, and the free throws that snatched the lead with less than 3 minutes on the clock. Every stat screamed excellence, but it was the timing, the poise, and the control that left fans and analysts stunned. Sengun wasn't just matching Jokic's legendary moves, he was anticipating them, twisting past defenses that most NBA centers couldn't even dream of bending, finding passing lanes, creating space, and forcing Jokic into mistakes. Every single play seemed designed to prove this isn't just a game, this is a coming-of-age statement.
Big enough lead again by any stretch. Şengün on Jokic, can
By the final buzzer, the scoreboard told one story, but the eyes of the basketball world told another. A new force had arrived, one who could challenge the very best, and the Western Conference just got a lot more dangerous. Alperen Sengun didn't just shine in the NBA, he carried an entire national team on his back. At Eurobasket, he led Turkey to a perfect 6-0 record in the group stage, topping every major stat: points, rebounds, assists, and efficiency rating. Every game was a masterclass. 21.6 points per game, 9.6 rebounds, 6.8 assists, and an efficiency rating of 31.4, ranking 3rd overall in the tournament. But here's what really grabs attention. He was the only player in the group stage to rank top 6 in all of those categories. Not Luka, not Giannis, Sengun. In Latvia, when Turkey faced the host nation and their star Kristaps Porzingis, Sengun didn't flinch. He dominated the matchup against one of the tallest, most skilled centers in Europe, showing that his NBA growth translated perfectly to international competition. Every pass, every drive, every rebound screamed one message. He's not just a rising star, he's a generational talent. By the end of the group stage, the undefeated record wasn't just a stat, it was a statement. Sengun proved he could carry a team, control the floor, and elevate everyone around him. The rest of the world is taking notice, and so is the NBA. Drafted by Houston in 2021, Alperen Sengun was initially labeled a lucky pick. The Oklahoma City Thunder actually owned the pick the Rockets used, but traded it away for future first-rounders, an early gamble that many doubted would pay off.
The Thunder are selecting Şengün. They will be sending this pick to the Rockets.
But from day one, Sengun proved there was nothing accidental about his game. At just 18, he had already dominated professional leagues in Turkey, earning MVP honors in the top-tier Super League. His combination of size, skill, and court vision made it clear the Rockets weren't just getting a promising prospect, they were drafting a future cornerstone. Even in Summer League, with almost no English and a steep learning curve, Sengun commanded the floor. He wasn't just learning plays, he was directing teammates, making behind-the-back passes, and bending the game to his will. Coaches and players quickly realized he didn't just understand basketball, he spoke it fluently. By the time his rookie season began, the lucky pick label had already evaporated. What some called fortune, Sengun transformed into undeniable talent, and it wouldn't be long before the rest of the NBA would feel the impact. Before even stepping on an NBA court, Alperen Sengun was already rewriting the rules for young big men. At just 16, he suited up for a professional team in Turkey's 2nd division, a level most teens couldn't dream of reaching. By the next season, he had already advanced to the top-tier Super League, facing seasoned veterans twice his age. At 18, he didn't just survive, he dominated. Averaging 19.2 points, 9.4 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 1.3 steals, and 1.7 blocks over 29 games, Sengun captured league MVP honors, cementing his reputation as a generational talent.
Backstory on Şengün. He's a 2021 Turkish League MVP, the only player in the top 5 in the Turkish.
Every game showcased a new skill, a sharper decision, a more commanding presence. He wasn't just growing physically, he was evolving mentally, mastering how to read defenses and create opportunities in ways even some NBA players struggle with. By the time the 2021 NBA draft rolled around, Sengun's resume was already historic. Scouts and executives didn't just see a talented teenager, they saw a polished professional ready to make an immediate impact. His rapid rise wasn't luck. It was the product of relentless focus, unmatched skill development, and a maturity beyond his years. And yet, what made this meteoric ascent truly terrifying for opponents wasn't just the numbers, it was the way he made the game look effortless, as if the court had been built for him alone. Despite language barriers in his rookie season, Alperen Sengun immediately demonstrated an elite basketball IQ. On the court, words barely mattered. His eyes, instincts, and timing spoke louder than any playbook. He could read defenses before they fully formed, anticipate passes, and exploit mismatches with uncanny precision. Even as he adjusted to the speed and physicality of the NBA, Sengun's creativity was on full display. He wasn't just scoring, he was orchestrating. No-look passes, subtle pick-and-roll decisions, and smart rotations made him a threat from every angle. Teammates quickly realized that the kid from Turkey wasn't just talented, he understood the game on a level most veterans struggle to reach. Early struggles? Sure, they existed. Learning English, absorbing Houston systems, and surviving the grueling 82-game schedule tested him physically and mentally. But each challenge became fuel. Each misstep sharpened his awareness, forcing him to adapt faster than nearly anyone else at his age. By the end of his rookie year, it was clear Sengun wasn't here to blend in. He was here to redefine what it meant to be a modern big man in the NBA, a playmaker. Over his first few NBA seasons, Alperen Sengun didn't just improve, he transformed. Every setback, every critique became fuel. When Coach Udoka arrived in Houston, bringing a culture of accountability and toughness, Sengun didn't shy away. He embraced it. Udoka's no-nonsense approach pushed him beyond comfort. Late-game benchings, film room critiques, and constant reminders to tighten his defense could have discouraged most young players, but not Sengun. Instead, he thrived under pressure, learning to translate feedback into immediate improvements. On the court, the results were impossible to ignore. His scoring became more consistent, his passing sharper, and his defense reliable enough to earn crunch-time minutes. He wasn't just keeping up with NBA speed, he was setting the pace, forcing opponents to adjust to him instead of the other way around. By the end of this period, Sengun had done more than develop skills. He had earned trust, commanded respect, and laid the foundation to become the centerpiece of Houston's rise. His journey was no longer just about personal stats, it was about raising the floor of his entire team. Sengun's versatile skill set allows him to score from anywhere the post, mid-range, or beyond the arc. But what makes him truly dangerous isn't just where he scores, it's how. In the paint, he fakes, spins, and finishes with a calm that borders on arrogance. His footwork is ballet-like, making defenders stumble as he bends the game to his rhythm. Every movement feels like instinct refined by obsession. His mid-range game has turned into a weapon of deception. He doesn't rush. He controls time. A soft pump fake, a hesitation, and before defenders can react, the ball is already through the net.
A career high, 38 points for Sengun, and it came on.
Sengun's patience forces opponents into his tempo, making them dance to a beat they can't anticipate. Then comes his passing, the real separator. While most bigs wait for the pass, Sengun creates it. His vision is clairvoyant, threading no-look assists through traffic like a point guard in a center's body. When double-teamed, he doesn't panic. He manipulates. The moment pressure comes, a teammate is open, and Sengun finds him without breaking stride. Even from distance, he's evolving. His growing three-point range means defenses can no longer sag off. Whether he's backing down a defender, faking a pass, or drilling a jumper, Sengun forces constant uncertainty. He's not just reacting to the game, he's conducting it, orchestrating chaos with precision. Every dribble, every fake, every glance serves a purpose. Sengun isn't just a center, he's an architect of offense, reshaping what a modern big man can be. The addition of Kevin Durant to Houston didn't just raise expectations, it rewired the franchise's DNA. Overnight, the Rockets transformed from a rebuilding project into a legitimate Western Conference threat. For Alperen Sengun, the arrival of one of basketball's most complete scorers isn't a challenge, it's an invitation to ascend. Durant's presence stretches defenses like elastic, creating new dimensions of space that Sengun has never had before. No longer the sole interior focus, he now operates in cleaner lanes, free to orchestrate from the elbow or punish mismatches mismatches on the block. When defenses collapse on Durant, Sengun becomes the release valve. Patient, poised, and devastatingly precise. And when defenders overplay Sengun's post touches, Durant lurks in the shadows, waiting for the moment to strike with surgical timing. Their chemistry is already frightening. Durant's fluid scoring blends seamlessly with Sengun's instinctive playmaking. Imagine a pick and roll where Durant screens, slips, and pops, while Sengun controls the tempo like a conductor, reading rotations, bending defenses, and deciding who lives and who dies on every possession. Together, they turn simple actions into puzzles no coach can solve. But perhaps the real story lies in mutual respect. Durant sees in Sengun something rare, a young big man who plays with old soul intelligence. And Sengun, ever the student, is learning from a master of scoring geometry. The Rockets didn't just add a superstar, they created a two-headed offense built on rhythm, vision, and inevitability. Finally, we can say that the Sengun problem is real. They called him lucky. Too slow, too small, now he's outsmarting MVPs and breaking the league's balance. Alperen Sengun isn't just rising, he's rewriting how basketball is played. And with Kevin Durant by his side, the NBA might be staring at its next unstoppable duo. The question isn't if he'll take over, it's when. This was Ballempire, where the game's future gets uncovered before it happens. Subscribe now because the next story will be just as incredible.